After watching my sister destroy every relationship I've ever had, I finally gave her a boyfriend she couldn't resist stealing, and he ruined her life. My younger sister Kylie has a gift, not for art or music or anything productive. She has a gift for taking what's mine, specifically every man I've ever loved. It started when we were 16 and hasn't stopped since. She doesn't even want them long term. She just needs to prove she can take them, that she's prettier, more desirable, more worthy. Then she tosses them aside like used tissues and moves on to her next target, my next relationship. It started at 16 with my first boyfriend Steve. Kylie flirted until he left me for her, then dumped him a week later. In college, she seduced Jimmy during Thanksgiving after I'd dated him 8 months. I saw them together at New Year's, him wearing the watch I'd given him. William was next. 2 years together, talking about marriage. Kylie moved home and slowly poisoned him against me. He left after 6 months of her manipulation. They lasted 3 weeks. The worst was Trevor. We were engaged when Kylie slept with him, then claimed she was pregnant to trap him. I returned my wedding dress. She miscarried at 8 weeks and left him immediately. Every time she'd say, if you can't keep them, they weren't yours. At 30, I started seeing Daniel and kept him hidden for 4 months. But at Mom's birthday dinner, I watched Kylie circle him with that hungry look, touching his arm, leaning close, asking breathless questions. After 5 stolen boyfriends and a ruined engagement, something in me snapped. I found Brad through a friend who owed me a favor. He was an actor between jobs, charming and handsome. I hired him for one purpose, make Kylie fall for him, then break her heart publicly the way she'd broken mine 5 times over. I paid him $5,000 up front with another $5,000 when the job was done. We rehearsed his role as a successful tech entrepreneur, and I coached him on exactly how Kylie operated. The plan was simple. Let her steal him, date her for 2 months, then dump her dramatically at a family event where everyone would see her get rejected for once. I talked about Brad constantly at family dinners, how perfect he was, how he wanted marriage and kids, how terrified I was of messing this up. When I brought him to Sunday dinner, he played his part flawlessly. Expensive watch, designer suit, charming stories. Over 3 weeks, I staged our collapse through arguments and tears. Kylie took the bait exactly as planned, comforting him, creating opportunities to see him alone. After a month, Brad called to break up with me for her, just like we'd rehearsed. I acted devastated while Kylie went public with their relationship a week later, posting photos everywhere. For 2 months, everything seemed normal. Then Brad stopped returning my calls. The dramatic public breakup we'd planned never happened. When I finally reached him, his voice was cold. Change of plans. I got a better opportunity. He hung up. I started hearing things through my family. Kylie mentioned Brad needed money for his business. Then Mom let slip that Kylie had withdrawn her savings to help him. My stomach dropped. This wasn't part of the plan. Over the next month, I pieced together the truth. Kylie had given Brad $20,000, then $15,000 more. She'd liquidated her retirement account for another $25,000, taken out loans, borrowed from our parents. 3 months, over $80,000 total. Every dollar real. Then Brad disappeared. Phone dead, apartment empty, everything gone. Kylie went to the police and discovered the truth. He had a fake name, fake company. The man didn't even exist. The money was gone forever. I sat alone in my apartment, frozen. I'd hired an actor to break her heart. Instead, I'd unleashed a real con artist who saw a bigger payday than my $10,000. He'd gone completely off script, and I could never tell anyone without confessing what I'd done. At Sunday dinner, Kylie arrived looking destroyed, hollow eyes, shaking hands. She confessed everything to our horrified parents. I spoke quietly, saying I'd suspected Brad seemed too perfect, but Kylie had pursued him so aggressively after our breakup, just like Steve, Jimmy, William, and Trevor. The table went silent. 14 years of stolen boyfriends laid bare. Kylie screamed I was cruel, but our parents were finally seeing the pattern. She'd been exposed. She sent one text 2 months later. You knew something was wrong with him. I stared at it for an hour, then deleted it, because she was right. I'd hired Brad to break her heart, but he turned into something worse. But that wasn't my fault. She should have stopped stealing my men.